Thank you. Welcome to Raph's Hall of Fame. This is the show where each guest will try to convince me that their underrated favorite should be in my Hall of Fame. Today we have our guest, good friend, Rob O'Connor.
Hey, Raph, it's great to be here.
Do you have anything to plug, Rob? This is your chance.
Sure. Yes. The BBC series Broadchurch. It's a mystery.
You're in that?
No. It's really good. David Tennant is in it, and he's playing a little bit off type. I don't know. Check it out. It's a good show.
We will be sure to do that.
All right. Cool.
Rob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're a sports fan, right?
I am. Yeah.
You are an actual sports fan.
Yes.
You enjoy football.
Yeah. I've watched football games my whole life. I grew up in South Bend, Indiana, so I was a huge Notre Dame fan.
Is that who you want to talk about today?
Oh, absolutely not. No, and I would never. Notre Dame gets enough accolades, and probably too many, if we'll be honest about that.
Well, I don't know. I'm a fan.
Oh, good. Yeah, they're going to the playoffs this year, so that'll be fun to watch them lose very soon in that.
Well, we'll see. Keep your chin up, buddy. What? So who are you here to talk about?
I'm, as a football fan, I'm also a very big NFL fan. I grew up a Bears fan. And in the Bears division, an old divisional rival of theirs, you're a Bears fan, so you're aware of this, is the Minnesota Vikings. And so I know this is kind of an uphill battle to convince you to put the Minnesota Vikings into your Hall of Fame.
Glad you appreciate that.
I want you to stick with me here for a minute. Okay. So I want to talk about the 2005 Minnesota Vikings.
2005.
So 2005, you'll remember, is the year that the Bears went to the Super Bowl, not the Vikings. They actually
got a point there.
What's that?
They didn't knock out the Bears. That's a point.
No, they did not. But so I'd like to start by just saying and really diving into what is fame. What constitutes the Hall of Fame? Because usually if someone makes a Hall of Fame, it's for excellence, but it's not the Hall of Excellence, right? Like there are other reasons to be famous.
Okay. What are you getting at?
Well, so the 2005 Minnesota Vikings were not an excellent team.
Okay.
They were, however, a very memorable team. A team of destiny.
I love it. In what way?
They had, without a doubt, the single most embarrassing season in the history of the NFL. Not on the field.
Yeah,
but
off the field.
Off the field. Yeah, and and each one of the stories I'm going to relate to you is more embarrassing than the last.
Okay, now you better put it in heightening order.
It is.
You just promised that everyone would be okay. All right.
It is absolute.
You better
each one
deliver.
is far more embarrassing than the last.
Okay.
I think to really get a scope on how embarrassing this team was, and kind of like the what really the base of this team. You got to talk about their coach Mike Tice, who we'll step back a little bit before we get into 2005. In Mike Tice's first full year as head coach, they went 6-10, which was bad enough for them to earn the 7th spot in the NFL draft. So when the 2003 draft came around, they had the 7th pick, and then they didn't pick anyone, and then they dropped 2 spots because they just didn't pick anyone.
Right.
The time ran out, and then 2 other teams went, and then they just picked someone.
Okay.
So I just want you to keep that in mind, that that's the organizational mind at work here, is somebody who lost 2 draft picks. Usually teams, when they'll trade down to get a player or extra picks later on in the draft.
Yeah.
The Vikings did that for funsies.
But now in 2005.
Yeah, so 2005, Mike Tice started out the year in March by being investigated for running a Super Bowl ticket scalping operation.
My God. Not a Super Bowl that he was in.
No. They did not make the Super Bowl at all. They lost that year to the Eagles, I think.
How do you... Okay. So you're playing on a team where the coach has a side gig.
Yeah.
First of all,
yeah.
this is supposed to be your main thing. You're supposed to be coaching me. Your dream is supposed to be to make it to the playoff.
Yeah.
Or to winning the Super Bowl, presumably, if you're an NFL coach. And this guy is scalping the tickets.
He was hedging his bets. I think he was making $1 million at the time.
Even if you're a fan, how do you you're buying tickets from them? Also, he lives in Minnesota. If you're not going to the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, what else are you doing?
I think this was
It's probably it's usually in a warm climate.
I don't know where the 2005 Super Bowl was, or the 2000. Sorry,
I don't remember neither. But I bet you it was at the Superdome.
It probably was, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, chances are it's usually there. But he was like, this wasn't just 2005 though. It wasn't just 1 year that he did this. Apparently, because he started off as the assistant coach at Minnesota in the 90s,
right?
And then he garnered a reputation for being the guy that everyone would give their tickets to sell so that everyone could make a little bit of money.
The guy in the Vikings organization?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
So people are like, there's this guy.
Yep. Yeah.
His name is Mike. Not Mike, not the head coach Mike.
There's one former assistant said verbatim, when I was there, Mike was the guy.
Christ. That's Mike. Mike was the guy for selling.
The head coach was like your kind of skeezy friend in high school who could get you tickets to a concert or something.
Sam Reich is my boss here. That's like if Mike Trapp was like, there's a guy who could sell bootleg your YouTube videos. There's a guy who is it? Holy cow. That's so bad.
It was he had some scalping agency that.
So what happens if he goes to the Super Bowl?
I think he would get the deal was he was getting 12 tickets a year and he would scalp 10 of them. But then he would also get everyone on the staff and all of the players to buy tickets. And then they give him the tickets and then he would scalp them and take a cut of whatever he made. So
I would go out on I don't know what I'm talking about, but I would go out on a limb to say that maybe if you're in the Super Bowl, it would be more difficult to do that. To scalp tickets.
Okay, yeah.
You don't think so?
No, well, I think if you're in the Super Bowl, the people are more likely to go. But everyone just
so
gets the
I
tickets.
think that gives them an incentive to not go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Am I crazy to think that?
No, absolutely. That's the thing.
That's a point against, buddy.
Well, but hold on here. This was just institutionally, they would just buy tickets for every Super Bowl,
right,
regardless of who was going to be in it,
insane,
and sell them.
Okay, so I'm guessing that this trickled down.
You got to keep in mind that So I looked up how much he was making on these tickets, and it was they would buy them for $500 or $600. And then turn around and sell them for $1,800. So they make $1,200 on each of the tickets that he personally sold.
Right.
But then just take a cut of everyone else.
And then he got caught.
Yeah, he got caught.
And how much did he get?
He got fined $100,000 for that. I don't think he could have been making more than maybe 20,000.
No.
And he makes $1 million a year as the coach.
Yes, he doesn't exactly well, I don't know how he manages his finances. But okay, so now the next story has to beat that one.
All right,
go.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that was in March of 2005. So still preseason.
Yeah.
May 2005.
It started out this way. Okay.
Yeah. May 2005. Their starting running back,
yes,
Ontario Smith,
yes,
was caught going through airport security in Minneapolis with a device used to beat drug tests called a Whizzinator. which is a kit that
I can guess.
I feel like we should.
No, yeah, spell it out. But
like-
yeah. No.
Not everyone,
does
not
the name
everyone's as
deliver?
intuitive as you.
Go ahead.
So it comes with several vials of dried urine, which I don't really.
Dried urine.
I don't know what dried urine is. But it comes with that, a syringe, heater packs to keep the urine at body temperature.
It's frozen urine.
Maybe.
Is that? Unless it's powdered urine.
I think it's powdered urine,
Ey.
which is something I don't want to imagine, to be honest. But it comes with dried urine, a syringe, heater packs to keep the urine at body temperature, and a fake penis that, according to their website, comes in several colors, including white, tan, Latino, brown, and black. I want to just point out one of those is not a color. One of those. So he was caught in 2005 smuggling a fake penis and vials of urine in his carry-on through airport security. Which you got to think he's got to. It's a post 9/11 world. He's got to know. You can't
bring urine onto a plane.
Yeah, I don't. Like, I know it's not specifically listed, but I think it's probably just because no one thought they'd had to. I just don't think it came
You're right.
up.
That would set off. That would probably set off some bells even pre 9/11.
Yeah.
What are you doing with all this urine, sir? You look
What?
healthy enough.
Why is there urine and a penis in your bag? So
Although, okay, so does he get? So he gets caught with this.
yeah, he gets caught with it.
Okay.
but he's of
Presumably the beta drug test. I think you mentioned that already.
yes,
But
yeah. So the device itself is used to beat a drug test.
Right.
But he claimed that he was holding it for his cousin. Which is just that's like something that a high school kid says when he's caught with pot.
Right. Which he was not caught with.
No, he was not.
Interesting.
He did not. He didn't get in trouble.
He knew
with
he
the NFL.
couldn't travel with marijuana.
Yeah.
He knew that.
He knew that, but he did not take that extra step to think, don't bring urine. But he didn't get in trouble for that for the NFL because he wasn't using it. So
Okay.
they can't. The NFL can't really like you can just walk around with as many fake penises as you want. No one's gonna like that's not against league regulations.
Also, the original Wizinator. Oh wait, no. Okay, so the original Wizinator. Ooh, no. This is okay. So I think they rebranded after this.
Yeah.
I think they rebranded as something called a wet sex simulator.
Yeah. I looked on the website. Apparently, what they're saying the device is used for is to simulate the sexual act of peeing on somebody,
Right.
without using real pee.
Yes. Well, this guy is sex positive. That is a mark in the pro column.
There you go. So he. But he didn't get in trouble for this at all, which is understandable. I don't think he should have. But he did get in trouble a month later when he tested positive for drugs. So that was his third offense. So he was suspended for the year, and actually he never played football in the NFL again.
Damn.
He I don't think he ever played anywhere again. He was on the practice squad for a CFL team, and that was it. That was the end of his career.
Okay.
Which is, that's too bad because I mean he was just smoking pot, and it's not. I don't think that's not a performance enhancing drug.
No, it is not performance enhancing at all, and it's better. You have to use it to. It's like there's positions like running back where you get hit on every play, so you're gonna be in pain all the time.
Yeah.
That's a much better way than opioid. Take
Opioids?
2. yes, it's much better than that. Less
No, it is.
addictive.
Absolutely, I agree. But the side effect of smoking marijuana is that you don't realize it's a bad idea to bring urine and a fake penis on a plane.
Yes, I realized I ended that sentence as if I was going to continue. Then I did. Did you hear that? Less addictive.
Oh, that was I thought I was interrupting you.
No, you did not.
Okay.
Okay. So all right. So far we're going in the right direction.
Yeah. So
I do believe.
So draft snafu.
Yeah.
Then scalping tickets.
Right.
Fake penis on a plane.
Right.
And then this is just there are few things in life that can really give you as much joy as the following story, which a lot of listeners are probably are already aware of, which is that the so-called love boat scandal.
Ooh,
from
this sounds romantic.
Vikings. Yeah, nope, not as romantic.
I'm
as you
romantic, and that sounds like romance.
Yeah,
Love boat.
I think they're using love in the pejorative sense.
Okay.
So on October 6th. 2005. So this is mid-season.
You even have the date. Okay.
Yeah. So this is their. This is during their bye week. So this is week 5 or 6.
Okay, they got the week off. They can relax, do whatever they want.
So they decided to throw several members of the team decided to throw a $80,000 party on a boat called the Miss Chivius, MISS Chivius.
Yeah.
A group of several of the players, including a lot of the starters like Fred Smoot, Bryant McKinney, and Dante Culpepper, decided to throw this $80,000 party on a boat in Lake Minnetonka with.
Oh, where they got to get purified. They went to get purified in the lake.
No,
that's a reference for. That's a Prince. That's a Purple Rain reference.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, he sends Apollonia to get purified in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. So this is a holy place.
Yeah, well, it wasn't when they were done.
Also, October on a Minnesota lake, that sounds cold to me.
Yeah, you'd think so. You would think that. I mean, it's early October, but still, I've been to Minnesota, and it's cold in May, in July.
All right.
Like 4th of July, everyone's in down jackets. But so they get on this boat, and they hired it's hard to know where to start with this story, to be honest.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, so people who worked for the boat charter company say that 27 limos showed up and dropped off 55 strippers and prostitutes from New York, Miami, Los Angeles, and Texas.
No local hires?
No.
They had to get everybody from out of town?
They outsourced their stripping. That's
not good for the economy. They are not a hometown team.
No, that's true. They brought in these strippers from all over the place. And proceeded to have a big old water-based orgy sex party on a boat.
What?
With it's sometimes the words of the people involved are really the best way to describe something.
Yes,
in this case,
some quotes.
The party was so big it got so out of control at the end of getting sued by the owners of the boat.
Okay.
And a lawyer for the boat company said. Some of the sex acts alleged by witnesses to have taken place during the party included masturbation, oral sex, anal sex, woman on man, woman on woman, man on man, toys, double penetration, middle of the floor, middle of the couches, middle of the room. I don't know why they had to specify middle of the couches. I don't know. If it was on the edge of the couch, it would have been fine.
Only an owner would write down.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the floor. I noticed that you mentioned woman on man.
Yeah.
No mention of man on woman.
No.
That is progressive. That is
it seems
a
like
point
the women were taking the initiative.
That's right.
Which good
that
for
is
them.
That is a point 4.
They, once again, this is a very sex positive Minnesota Vikings team. Then after the party was over, the cleaning crew reported finding used condoms, KY jelly, handy wipes, wrappers for sex toys, and
Handy
said,
wipes, cleanliness.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that's on there. That doesn't
They
seem,
helped clean up.
Maybe they had ribs.
What's the cleaning crew pissed
like,
about?
Maybe they had wings, like hot wings. I don't know. I use handy wipes all the time, and it's very, very rarely sex related. But they said, quote, "It was just incredible how it was left. Never in the history of this group of people have they ever had anything like this."
Never in history. They were the first in history.
They were the first. You see, breaking boundaries.
Yeah, they're on that cleaning crews list for sure.
Yeah, exactly. But they, it was so bad that the owners of the boat ended up selling the boat because they didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Okay, but I've heard, and I've never owned a boat yet that you know of. Anyway, but
that is a tip off to the IRS to look into your funds.
But I've heard that it's not fun. After, I don't know, maybe like the initial excitement of getting a boat, there's a lot of upkeep with it. So I bet you that these people, after this happened and it hit the news, everybody was talking about mischievous. You heard about the new boat, mischievous? And then they were like, oh, this boat is going to be worth way more now.
I think.
And they sold it. I think it was good for them. So it was good for the local economy.
Yeah, maybe. But I think what happened was that they knew this story hit the news, and everyone was saying, "Oh, mischievous! But have you heard about this boat, mischievous?" And they were like, "Oh crap! Everyone's gonna come here for crazy sex parties." Like you thought it was bad before. Imagine if every weekend it's just, "Hey, you heard of the orgy boat? Let's go have sex on the orgy boat."
Nah, my thing was the only one that happened. my thing's the only possibility. Yeah, no, I'm sure that's what happened. They were inundated with, yep, that's what happened. That is exactly what happened. Now I'm seeing here that one of these guys. Well, never mind. I can't say this. Sorry.
Oh, you have to say it.
Well, okay. So it's.
I mean, some of the details are pretty explicit.
Yes. One of the players, Bryant McKinney.
Oh, yeah. I know what story you're about to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allegedly picked up.
For those who are listening and not watching, have you never seen Raphael turn red before?
I'm gripping the chair. Okay. So it's a woman she has no clothes on. And he places her on the bar and performs cunnilingus on her in front of the crew and other guests. Now,
congratulations, I made it.
We just said that they hired. Who did they hire?
They hired 55 strippers and prostitutes from New York, Miami, LA, and Texas.
Yes. And is this not notable that this guy is such a gentleman?
Yeah.
That he made sure everybody had a good time.
That is right.
Man, that goes for generosity.
See?
What's the other word for generosity? Buoyance.
Charity? Charitableness?
Selflessness?
Yeah.
Thank you, ominous voice.
That is an act of selflessness.
Yes. Sacrifice.
I bet.
That's good for the
I don't know.
category.
I don't know how often strippers get cunnilingus performed on them by NFL linemen, but I bet it's less than they would want. So one more is always welcome.
Oh, this was referred to by Fred Smoot as, Fred Smoot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fred Smoot is one of, if you've never seen an interview with Fred Smoot, I highly suggest everyone just take some time to just watch a YouTube clip of this man talking.
Yeah, he's definitely country because he described it as running through the okra patch. I never heard that before. I don't even really know what it means. I've never seen an okra patch.
I don't know either.
And he ran through it? Whatever.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you can use your imagination on that one.
All right.
So speaking of Bryant McKinney and Fred Smoot, everyone else on the team got off scot-free. There were no criminal charges, except the two of them were found guilty of being a nuisance on a watercraft. Which is my favorite. That is my favorite thing to be guilty of.
Wow. They took the fall and they didn't snitch.
That's right.
Street credit.
Yep. So so this team, the 2005 Vikings, they went on to a 9-7 record. They missed the playoffs, and understandably, Coach Mike Tice was fired at the end of the season.
You don't say.
After
It seemed like a guy who had total control.
it turns out that the administration had lost faith in him and his ability to control his players.
Unbelievable. Wow. This is really incredible. I mean, that was a tremendous story. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on running through the okra patch. What is he talking about? I
think that okra is grown.
I've never had it before. I know that it's a vegetable.
Have you never been to like a barbecue place? I've
been to barbecue places. Yeah,
like Bloodsoe's has okra. It's really good.
Oh, you have to order okra.
Yeah,
I'm not ordering anything named okra.
Why not? It's good.
Well, it sounds like. I mean, it sounds like a person. Is it good? It's good, really?
It's good if it's prepared right. I don't know. It can be real bad.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It can taste like grass, or it can taste delicious. But yeah, it's good. Fried okra. Delicious. Try it out.
Oh, fried okra.
Yeah. Oh, fried okra.
That's not the real okra.
I feel like fried okra is the real okra, but I'm not from the South, so I can't say for sure. But I think that the implication there is that okra is grown in very swampy land.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Why, you asked the question,
but he's why? I don't like that. He could have said running through a daisy patch,
frolicking in a meadow. He could have. Yeah. There are a lot of ways to describe.
All right, Fred Smoot might be out, but the team still has hope. Yeah, I gotta say, because you are hit, like, there are many categories where you're doing very well in. Swag category, crime knowledge, and getting away with crime.
That is true. There are several crimes that were gotten away with here.
Yeah, because even when he did the, obviously he was trying to cheat the drug test, and he still got away with it.
Oh yeah, he got away with that.
Damn.
And I gotta say, like, I think there were something like 20 players on that boat.
Yeah,
and none of them talked.
You know the thing? Yeah, right.
Not one of them said a thing.
Yeah, that's loyalty. And you know the thing that I love about LeBron is that
go on.
is that he brought so much business to Cleveland. He brought just this one person brought so much. These guys, $80,000 on a boat. They brought in 55 strippers and prostitutes. but those women probably got work on the side,
and they had to eat.
They had to eat.
They had to stay somewhere.
They had to be housed.
There were 27 limos.
Don't tell me about an American hero.
Yeah.
LeBron. What?
I forgot to say there's one part of the Love Boat story that I forgot to mention, which I did love, which was that the reason that they got caught was because after they got off the boat, 7 of the players went across the street and peed in somebody's lawn. And that woman called the cops, said, 7 men are out on my lawn peeing.
Oh God.
And that's how they not just one of them, but 7 of them went over to her lawn and just peed on it.
You know what, Rob? I'm ready to make a call.
All right.
I think I've heard enough. You've done well in many categories. And my final ruling on this is that the 2005 Minnesota Vikings.
You want to take that again?
The 2005 it's been a long day. The 2005 Minnesota Vikings are in Raph's Hall of Fame. Yeah. They made it. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-da-da. Da-na-na-na.
I want some confetti to drop.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for having
that
me
is
here.
a delightful story. Very encouraging. I hope you guys liked it as well. Come back next time when we have another guest who tries to get their favorite into Raph's Hall of Fame. Thank you. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Raphael from College Humor. Click here to subscribe, click here for more fun stuff, and click here to leave a detailed message. You what? You didn't. I'd have did the same thing.